I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in.
And welcome back to our Gears of War 4 Pro Points tournaments here at the Mixer NYC studio, Microsoft Store, flagship 5th Avenue.
We're gearing up for our third match. Let's take a look at our bracket once again. Coming up next on our main stage, we have Red Ribbon Army in the red squad, and then they'll be going against I'm Going Gears in the blue.
I'm Going Gears, all right.
So we're seeing another round of 16 match, right? And, you know, so far these have been quite one-sided. What do you expect coming from this one?
You know, I'm seeing a lot of new team names, so unfortunately I can't make an accurate prediction, but I am hoping and hoping and hoping that we are seeing, you know, round 11, round 12, round 13. It would be nice. These one-sided matches, they're very action-packed, but I like the long haul.
Yeah, no, it, you know, builds up a little bit more hype and everything, and really just makes for a very exciting match, you know, going forward as we see these teams get further and further into the tournament. Now, we are going to be playing on Foundation this time. Yet again, who won that one?
I think the Crossfire. Just, they had phenomenal anchor. They had an amazing Slayer and communication. Utilizing, setting up points where you can really funnel your opponent into an area and assist your team when they're in a fight. It's absolutely imperative.
Yeah, we talked about the rotations, we talked about all of that, and movement, you know, that's when it really comes down to if you're able to move around fast and the other team doesn't know where you are and you keep coming up and you're not getting to 1v1s, like you said, Cleaner, you're not getting to 1v1s, you are in a good spot.
Absolutely, and that's what we saw with Team True Skill.
It's a True Skill moving on. You know, we've seen Hate on Crew and True Skill win 7-0 and 7-1 today. I agree. Let's get to like a really nail-biting one that goes the full distance. We didn't really get to see much of that boom shot. We just forgot the boom shot place, and we didn't even get it.
I was just thinking about that as well. I think we saw maybe utilize one round, and it was very brief at that. But while we're getting set up for our match, let's head over to Jess Brohard with a quick Mixer check-in.
Thanks, guys. That's right. We're going to see what you guys are saying at home about these matches. First off, Jack Felling says, love seeing all these folks get the opportunity to be on the main stage. And Mad Eye Moody says, I love Gears for how hard it is, with Fretwork 13 saying, yeah, it's brutal. But Magic 518 says, just a fun game with good players. You know what? You are all correct. Gears is brutal, Gears is hard, but in the end, it is fun if you have the right players, if you have great, fun players like we have today. So thank you guys all for being here, and thank you to our audience and everyone hanging out in Mixer Chat. Keep on chatting it up with me because I love reading what you guys have to say. Keep participating in those polls that we're dropping on you, and remember, you guys might get a shout out later on during the broadcast. And of course, you can always use the hashtag MicrosoftNYC to join in the conversation on Twitter. But for now, back to our casters to set up for the next match.
Okay, so we do have, you know, these two teams coming at you. Now, if we had to go predictions, even if it's blind, last time we went Entourage, where are we going to go this time?
I'm going Gears.
You're going with Gears?
I'm going Gears.
That kind of rolled off the tongue right there, didn't it? Like how you're going with Gears, and they're called I'm Going Gears. I'm going to go back to Red Ribbon Army. I'm going to go against you this time, see how it goes. But yeah, Red Ribbon Army is going to be my selection. I just... You know, I saw them walk in there. They was pretty confident getting into those pods. They looked like they're just a little bit more ready to play some Gears of War today.
I mean, hey, those pods, they can be a little intimidating too. So maybe that's telling us something.
They're pretty comfy, man. Have you been, you sat back there, right? They're comfy.
I have.
You have your TeamSpeak set up here and everything. So like, it's like perfect conditions to play some Gears.
It really is. It's a really good setup here at the Mixer Studio.
Now, if we had to move into the match a little bit more, you know, I really do think that some of these teams, what we need to see is keep knocking on communication, but also just precision, right? Efficiency with their opportunities, right? Sometimes we even saw like some good flanks coming out, but we've seen some missed shots today as well.
We did. It certainly happens in these situations. You're not always going to hit every single shot, but it's more about how you recover after that missed shot.
And what can you do, sort of, you know, like you know, just repositioning yourself, make sure you get that follow-up, make sure you get that clean kill.
Yep, absolutely. The positioning, if you are in a situation in a 1v1, call it out to your teammate. You know, there should be that open line of communication. You should never stop talking in these matches, and you should just hear a lot of chatter back and forth. It's all about the organization and just, again, that open line of communication. We keep touching base on it today, but it's so important.
And talking about some more, you know, like skill moves that a lot of the pro players do, I see a lot more. Some of the, you know, wall bouncing, right? But I haven't really seen a lot of that today, except in that one situation. I think it was ESPORTS 1, I believe. Yeah. That's when they bought time. Now, I haven't seen that from everyone just yet, and that usually is a deciding factor in a lot of maps. You're able to move around that fast on the map.
You can, absolutely. You're going to see it with some Slayers. And you can tell the players who put the time into it, when they come at you really aggressively with a wall bounce, kind of makes you second guess some of your life decisions that put you into that position in the first place.
Yeah, it's a move that most people can master. They do put in the time right there. It does improve your gameplay. You're harder to hit as a target. You move around the map
faster. As well, not utilizing the wall bounce. But many of the maps have been more open, so they're more prone to the Lancer cross. And it doesn't really give for as much of an opportunity for the close quarters wall bounce shotgun battles. We have seen some, but I think we're going to see more as the day progresses.
So where do you think, what maps would sort of open that up in sort of more of a close quarters combat? What maps are you thinking of?
I think Diner. Diner outside, you're going to have a lot, you know, Lancer crosses. But I think inside Diner, you really just have a lot more close quarters, visceral, Gears of War, Nasher action. And that's what Gears is known for.
Yeah, and it looks like pretty soon here we are going to be going into this match in just a second, guys, between I'm Going Gears and Red Ribbon Army here. Still in the round of 16, you know, our opening round between these teams. So we've seen 2 offside matches so far. I think a lot of teams are sort of establishing themselves as forces to be reckoned with tonight. But Foundation, again, a pretty popular pick among a lot of the pros.
It really is. A lot of people, they scrim out a lot. They're confident. And they're comfortable, ultimately.
Now, what do you think makes them so comfortable on Foundation here, though?
I think just the amount of practice that goes into it, and it's symmetrical. I mean, many of the maps, they are symmetrical, but it's an easy flow.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to rotate on.
It really is, and you'll see a lot of teams scrimming and practicing on this map.
All right, so let's get into this match right here. We're going to have I'm Going Gears on the COG side, but Red Ribbon Army on the Swarm side. Got some player names for you, too, so that is going to be pretty awesome, guys. Let's hop into this match right here.
All right, and it looks like we're going to see varying strategy. Aggressive push straight through the middle by I'm Going Gears. We've got I'm Going Ninja as we're on board with him. He's going to be pushing B-Hill right now, laying down that Lancer cross. Great shot there.
Almost gets a takedown right there. I'm Going Ninja still getting in there. It's going to be pops into a 3v1, saving his teammate from behind, and he's going to go down right there.
Poseidon taking on I'm Going Ninja. You're going to have a 1v1. Wow. Snowman with a phenomenal kill and revive on Poseidon. As we look at B right now, we have full control. It's in the hands of the Swarm, and you're going to see Swarm overextending to the home hill of the COG team. They are going to gain control of C.
They're going to be able to take C. Now it's just A alive for the COG team right now. And it looks like the Swarm team is going to flanker up at C. They're going to hunker down right there. We might have another fight going on over at B as the Swarm team kind of comes on in there. But here we go, back on Poseidon right now. Ooh, looks like COG team is holding down this point B.
And ESPORTS 2 securing the kill. And just pushing around. You can see they have control of A and B. And they have the Swarm team effectively cornered. They can't push out.
They're really backed up right now, aren't they? Oh, big kill right there. Coming by ESPORTS 2. Here they go. Go for another one. Well, I'm Going West is going to try to play the defense on this hill, but with another big kill coming out from Brett. Going to fall, though, in the hill.
2 team kills in under 10 seconds. Absolutely detrimental. That might have cost the COG team that domination right then and there.
Yeah, you cannot have team kills in that sort of position. Now, if we look, as we see the Swarm team is going to be able to take back over B, look, we're going to have a 1v1 situation happen on right there. As more team members of the Swarm team move on in, Red Ribbon Army is taking control of this point.
I'm going Ninja finds himself in a 2v1 situation. He's going to pull back, taking a little bit of damage, but with that being said, the Swarm, they have gained control of the B hill. Dropping down that lance of fire, they're going to be pushing up. I'm going Legend, pushing in aggressively. He's going to be taken out by Chris Clips. And just trying to avenge his teammate here. Going to be unable to do so as Chris shuts him down. And another one. And he picks up the third kill, maintaining control of this B hill. GOG team have been eliminated to 2 players on the map right now. I'm going Legend is going to try to push in. And you're going to see...
So I'm going to see another push coming on to A for Red Ribbon Army. They're going to be in a 2v1 situation. Are they going to be able to take over A right here? They're trying to get in there, but it looks like they're going to be met by too many members of I'm Going Gears at the point A. But yet again, Red Ribbon Army taking over point B. They have B and C locked down right now. Time is starting to tick down, though. Looks like I'm Going Gears has the initial advantage.
All they have to do is just hold on to this A hill. If they hold on to this A hill, they will win. And you see, I'm going A. Wow, Snowman with a team kill. These team kills are just really, really standing out today in this match.
Looks like they are going to be able to hold on today as the members of Red Ribbon Army fall in this first round by holding on to their home hill.
And you're going to see the quick push by Chris Clips, but it's not going to be fast enough. Too little, too late. And the GOG are going to take round 1.
So Red Ribbon Army there with a pretty late push, did some good stuff, but the early lead from I'm Going Gears was just too much to overcome.
It absolutely was. Now that being said, we're going to see our first weapon placed down. Oh, I heard boom shot in the crowd.
No weapon placed this time. We all want the boom shot this early, but remember guys, respawns are now up to 12 seconds. Every round they do go up. Now, if I'm Red Ribbon Army, I felt pretty good about a lot of that round. You know, I had 6 kills if I'm Chris Clips, so I wanted to just get back out there and start getting some kills.
Now, that being said, as we jump on board, we see the fight going on at B. The block was placed at B. Chris Clips is going to be pushing up, going for that quick overextension to the enemy hill. As you see the fight going on at B, 1 member down. I'm Going Ninja finds himself in a 2v1. He's taking out 1. Can he go for 2?
Going for 2. Misses the shot right there. Poseidon has an opportunity, but I'm Going Ninja's able to escape, showing off his ninja skills.
Oh my gosh, and he doubles back.
He gets 1 right there. Goes to the second one. Brett gonna shut that down.
And with that being said, Brett taking a lot of damage. He needs to control this hill. You're going to see a power, an exchange of power on the A hill. As the GOG teams are going to gain control of B.
Yeah, I'm Going Gears out to, you know, getting both of these points quite early. Don't take full control of B, actually backing off. So pretty interesting, you know, not getting the points that they could be getting right now.
Oof, Chris Clips with the flank hit him like a Mack truck. Woo, poor man never had a chance.
Here we go, fight happening over at the B hill. We have a 2v2 right now. Esports 2 moving on in. We see a cleanup. Are they going to be able to get the kill? Tracking the shots, but it looks like they're... Oh, here they go. They do secure the kill right there on Snowman.
Esports 2 running a little low on ammo. 5 bullets left. That used to be my worst thing. I would always pick up ammo in the worst possible time. Esports 2 is going to get crossed out. And that Lancer fire again. Why fight with the Nasher? We can just back up, utilize that communication, that teamwork, and drop with the Lancer. You're going to see an absolute battle royale here in the middle with Snowman taking out, MVP.
It's going to be a 4v1 for I'm Going Ninja. What are they going to do in that position? It looks like they're going to fall. So we're going to see a push over to point C right now. It's 1v1, but we have more members of Red Ribbon Army moving on to there. It's going to go move into a 2v2 on the point C right here. Snowman not able to do it. I'm Going Legend cleans up right there as well. So they're able to take over C, prevent the domination attempts.
And we're going to jump on board with Chris Clips as the rest of his team respawns in. Fairly close match. You're going to see the Swarm here. They're going to gain momentum and gain the lead here.
They lose B though, so we're gonna see a 1v2 happen over at the B hill right now. Chris Clips kind of on his own, gonna get flanked by Esports 2, and then going to fall, but the members of the 4 team are moving in quite fast as well. I'm Going Legend is backed up a little bit, taking on 2 members, gets 1 right there.
Go for the quad.
They're
Go
going
for
it.
Go for the 4th. Get the 4th. I'm Going Legend, securing 4 kills, and that's almost essentially an entire team wipe. And you see the fight that's going on at A right now. MVP trying to keep this Canis out. And you just see the entire COG team swarming A and preventing them from breaking that hill. And that's going to be domination in favor of I'm Going Gears.
Once I'm Going Gears got that team fight down at the B hill, they immediately just rushed to A. So heads up play by them, able to get there very quickly.
Absolutely. And that's what's important. I know we keep touching base on that, but cannot stress it enough. Timing and rotations. And looks like we're going to be seeing shot grenades placed. And again, for those of you watching at home, if you're not familiar with escalation, every round as we progress, the respawn timer increases in increments. So we're currently at 14 seconds on the respawn timer. As we take a look at the overhead map, shot grenades were placed on the map. Both teams are going to cap the respective home hills. Chris Clips with a shot grenade.
Gonna move into that 3v2 right there on the B hill. Looks like I'm Going Gears is gonna be able to push back on Red Ribbon Army, but Red Ribbon Army gets an early kill right there on the B hill. They're trying to move in here. Chris Clips doing his best to find his spot.
You see Chris Clips pushing in really aggressively now with Blue MVP. Finding himself in a 1v1 situation, but again, no 1v1 should happen alone. He's got his teammate right there beside him. Will he give the call out? MVP's pushing beside him. MVP's still alive. They should have taken him out by now with the 2 of them.
They are going to get the kill, the Red Ribbon Army. Poseidon finished job on the B hill right there. But again, another 1v1 going down on the B hill. No one's moved there from either team, so these guys are left it on the... Here we go, though. Some help coming in. It is from Going Gears. There they are. We'll finish it up.
Going Legend control B as we see an exchange of power as both teams are vying for control of C. Looks like we're going to have Swarm take C as we have the fight over at A. We have COG taking A.
Both teams kind of sitting on their points. Looks like it might be another fight going over on B. Right behind, Red Ribbon Army gonna take it. Coming in behind the blue team right, that's Chris Clips yet again. Didn't probably see the enemy team though, so we're gonna move into a 3v2 right now. Big kill right there from Chris Clips on going up. To get another one, I'm Going Ninja going to fall as well.
And as you can see, the Swarm, they do have control out 2 hills. Red Ribbon Army, if they maintain, they're going to again increase that lead. Both teams are going to be respawning back in. I'm Going for Gears. They're going for control of C. And looks like they're going to cap C and go to A to fight for A.
Looks like we're going to go back to C though. The Swarm team, you know, making sure Red Ribbon Army right here, making sure their home hill does not get invaded. We're going to have a little 2v2 battle that is about to begin here. I'm Going Ninjas there. Looks like someone's going to roll forward, try to get in on that action. Now we're back on B. I'm Going Ape is just going to be shut down by Poseidon right there.
An absolute mayhem on the map. Really close match. It's neck and neck. Right at 155 seconds and 160. Once again, this is Gears of War 4's escalation mode.
Looks like a fight is about to happen over at the C point right here. I'm Going Gears is moving. They're moving to both points simultaneously. So they're moving. They have a 2v1 on C, which said they might be able to clean the job there. So they're going to be able to take over C, get the revive as well. They can take over B. This 1v1 action going on over at point B right now. We have the advantage here. Another 1v1. Chris Clips, though, is holding it down, prevents the domination for his team. But look at this lead now. I'm Going Gears, the slight lead going into the end of this match.
And they're going to have to break these hills. Otherwise, it's going to go in favor of I'm Going Gears.
They get C. They're moving in on A as well. So look at this. We have a lot of members coming in on A. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Too little, too late. Yet again, I'm Going Gears going to take this one and move up 3-0 in this series.
We're not really seeing any of these close matches, but the game, it's still early.
You know, individual rounds have been really close, but we do see some of these teams are just better at closing the match. They have a lead going into the last 10 seconds. Then it's just, what can you do at that point?
Absolutely. So we're going to have the shot grenades and potentially, okay, a drop shot. All right. And just look at this. I'm going legend. 20 kills.
This is Chris Cliff and all he can now on this. Look at that. That's also right there. I'm against. And so here we go, guys, in the 4th round, right? Let's see if an Army right, get a win here.
Or with that drop. I want to see people pushing drop shots. Try to fight for control.
See, I'm going initially gonna fall to Snowman. Look at another one is gonna fall to MVP. Right there. MVP is gonna down Brad in this skirmish. He might just actually go straight for the point A and help out his team.
Always go for the objective. But looks like he got distracted. He's gonna go back, and him and his teammate will be taking out Red. As you're going to see both teams rotate around for the respective hills. Take a look at the fight that is about to ensue.
Yeah, look, we see a push. I'm going gears on that point. They have the number through. Actually, though, they had a 3v2 that was brewed and turned into a 2v2. Now it's a 2v1. They're going to be kind of picked off right there. So we see a bit of an advantage right here for Red Ribbon Army. Are they going to be able to take advantage of it, though?
Now take a look at the timers. We're going to have 3 members of the COG team alive versus 4 members of the Swarm team. And we are going to have a fight over on C Hill right now as both teams vie for control. I'm going Legend. Going to take out Chris Clips and maintain control and prevent the domination. And COG, they are going to stay in it.
And they got a little aggressive there. They wanted to go for the domination, get the win early, but it looks like I'm Going Gears is going to be able to recover, and they may even have a fight brewing over at A right now. If I'm Going Gears continues, they have 2 people on, so they can clip this, but they didn't actually cap the point B. So point B is still open as well.
Right now, Red Ribbon Army is going to find themselves in a difficult position because the remaining members of I'm Going Gears are coming up behind them. You're going to see I'm Going Gears gain control of A. They have control of C. They only need control of B to go for the domination. The question is, will they be able to push and capitalize on it?
They're moving on to B. They were able to successfully defend A just now. Is what's going to be a 2v1 on B, but that's not going to be enough domination for I'm Going Gears. 2-10 into this round. They close it out.
Phenomenal rotation by I'm Going Gears. It's the name, I'm Going Gears.
Yeah, and I'm Going Legend is on an absolute tear right now. I think him and Chris Clips are kind of competing for the MVP of this match, but I'm Going Legend is out in front right now because this team is up 4-0.
And
just gonna be off frag grenades for right now. What do you think's gonna go with that one?
I think it might pull a little bit of the fight away from drop shot. But I think majority of the fight, we're going to see drop shot go down into frags, or it's going to be frags into drop shot. And it looks like it's going to be frags into drop shot right now as we see I'm Going Gears. They're going to go in, they're going to quickly secure these frag grenades, and they're going to push double back actually with the frags. Looks like he's going to throw a few at B.
They're winning that battle in the middle right now. Have a 2v2 that might be developing over at point B as I'm Going Gears is starting to advance onto that point. They have the numbers right now. They continue to win that 2v1. They're able to cap B, and they might even be moving on to C, have another 2v1 there. They're able to get this. They could get the early domination. It's going to be on Red Ribbon Army to play, just try to break this point, but that's going to be it. They're going to get C right here. They're going to move up 5-0. What a quick game now. Wow, 52nd round. Not the fastest we've seen today, but it's pretty darn fast.
Absolutely. You saw the team kill there at the end with the drop shot and the well-placed frag grenade. Power weapons, they play such an immense portion of escalation when they're on the map. You have to control these. You have to push. You have to contest these weapons.
Now moving into the 6th round, right before the halftime, what do you think is going to happen in terms of these power weapons? Is this kind of when you want to play something, go for that one round where you can really switch the corner, especially if you're Red Ribbon Army right now, you're down 5-0.
Absolutely what it looks like. And that's
boom
what
shot?
It is right there. That's what you can do. You can put down that boom shot.
20 seconds on those respawns now, so don't die. So, you know, the best advice I can give to these players at the moment.
All right, and majority of that fight, it's going to be on that shot.
Yeah, we see a lot of players from Ongoing Gears moving into that point B for that boom shot.
Keep an eye on Legend over there in the 1v1. You're going to see Snowman picking up the digger. Esports 2 securing a kill. Legend going off right now. Legend picking up the frags as well. We have ourselves a 3v3 situation. 1v1 still ensuing here as MVP takes out Elite Arrows.
So MVP's got that boom shot. Let's see what they can do with it now. As we did see Red Ribbon, though, they were able to secure A and C while that fight on B occurred.
It is going to be full strength here momentarily from both teams. We do have Snowman with the drop shot, and we currently have the MVP with the boom shot. Getting the drop on him right now, pushing back in. He's going to have to gain control of that hill. He's going to be flanked here momentarily. With the reload, they're not going to let him do it. Wasted shot. 2v1 situation. Can he come out on top? A little bit of strafe there. He needs to come out. He needs to gain control of this hill for his team.
Oh, MVP is going to fall there on B. And was not able to secure the 2 kills with the boom shot. Did get the first one there. And as we see, Red Ribbon Army is going to start to move out into that middle. They have control of A and B right now. They might make a play for C. We see around the backside, Red Ribbon Army is going to advance. Maybe try to sneak this one onto I'm Going Gears. So it's going to be a 2v1 happening on the C point. Who's going to take this one? We do see the break coming in, but they're going to have to do it yet again. And it's going to be a 3v1 situation this time.
You just see both teams going in, fighting for control of this hill swarm there, going for the domination. In COG, I'm Going Gears, they're not going to be able to get there in time.
All right,
that being said, Red Ribbon Army securing their first win.
It was a domination too, so well played right there from Red Ribbon Army, getting one right before the break. You know, strong play from those guys. Now they finally, you know, they were able to really control B a little bit. They had some great movement there. They did not succumb to that boom shots early on. There wasn't a lot that happened there. And then they started to see, and that was a great play.
Now with these changes, you're going to be fighting on you. Right, Snowman, that 3 consecutive headouts. Esports 2, the Legend, double headshot.
We might have a here. We move on as well. Yeah, we have a battle over the side. Who take this? And are they? We're gonna see a break on D from Red Ribbon Army. The fight again going back there. So Red Ribbon Army able to prevent the early domination from Ongoing Gears.
First Clips doing phenomenal there with the rotation, securing that hill, keeping his team alive and in, preventing that domination. He's going to find himself in a 2v1 situation. Shots ringing out. Well placed that shot on I'm Going A. He's going to secure the double kill on I'm Going Ninja, and he's unable to get the third one. As he gets taken out by I'm Going Legend.
That seems like his nemesis right now. I'm Going Legend able to shut down Chris Clip's amazing play. But early on here, we do see I'm Going Gears out to the initial lead. Even though we did see almost a domination happen early on. Here we are, I'm Going Legend, another great kill right there. Going to continue to move over to the F point. Gonna have a 2v2 right here. But his teammate is going to fall. I'm Going to fall to Elite Arrow, and I'm Going Legend as well going to fall in the points.
And you're going to see Elite Arrows capitalizing on that kill. We currently have almost full strength on both teams, 4v5. As Esports 2 is going to drop down, but be revived back to full health. As we take a look at the overhead map, we see majority of the fighting is going on at B.
Can't find his opening, you know, we're moving around and I'm Going Legend gonna clean up right there. Great kill, but they're also gonna go down.
Not seeing that situation. You need to have the support of your team. They should be lancers, should be crossing. There's no need for somebody to fight, you know, a one-on-one when you have your teammates standing right there. 1v1 national battle, MVP is gonna come out on top. And you're gonna see I'm Going Gears. They have the point lead right now. The only way that Red Ribbon Army are going to be able to come back is if they secure domination. But with less than 10 points away, that's just not going to happen.
And it looks like Red Ribbon Army is really out of position. They got caught there in the middle in a 4v1. They had the top 2 points, but it's not going to be enough here. It looks like I'm Going Gears is going to take this one, move up 6-1 in this series. Absolute phenomenal play there from I'm Going Gears.
We have not had a single game today that's gone past a team winning one round. Losing team.
They might get one more. They could get one more.
I'm hoping. Can we get a comeback? Can we get a comeback? All right, so we're going to have a block on fountains and welding. Respawn timers are now at 12 seconds. 37 kills. I'm going legend. I think you should change your name to I am legend.
Yeah, you're already there. You already are a legend, at least in this match right here. So here we go. I'm going Gears moving out to point F early on. They just want to make sure they secure their home points. And we have a 1v3 brewing over at E.
I just want to point out, look at the overextension right here. I'm going legend. It's going to try to dispute that D hill as we have the fight going on at E as well. Trying to go for the quick cap of Red Ribbon Army's home hill, but it was not going to happen. There's a fight going on at D right now, and look at the full push.
I'm going Gears able to get in there, and it looks like they may even be going over to E right now as well. We have a 1v1 going on over at the E hill. It's I'm going legend moving in there as well. So they're now moving in onto E. Great rotation. They're able to take this E point. They cook it in early domination. Great defense here from Elite Arrow. I'm going legend going to finish them off. Could have this domination. Are they going to be able to break this point?
It's going to be up to Poseidon. Oh my goodness, going in. We've got the big fight over at D as they rotate over there. Chris Clips is actually going to be able to take out MVP and secure his own home hill again. As you see the push, Legend's going to be pushing up Red with a nice flank on ESPORTS 2, taking him out. Going Legend, securing a kill on Elite Arrows. We just missed that one.
I'm going Ninja is having none of bread though. Don't you get out of my point. All right, here we go. I'm going Ninja again, providing some crossfire to his team. I'm going Legend is down, but he's going to be able to get the revive right there.
Now that's what we should see. Between I'm going Legend and I'm going Ninja, that Lancer cross when you see your teammate fighting. Don't pull out the Nasher if you're that far away. Don't try to help. Switch to your Lancer, provide that cover fire. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, and getting the revive, especially with these respawn timers, so you're able to just get right back into action right there. So you may have something going on over at point E. Some vicious kills there, some great defense from I'm going Gears. Snowman gonna try to come on in here into this point. He's gonna be met, but his team is there as well. They have a 3v2 going on. They win that one, take down 2 members of I'm going Gears.
And you look at Snowman sneaking up on MVP, securing the kill. He's gonna go quickly for a home hill. He's going to go for F. Going to be met with I'm going Abe. I don't know if I'd want to push that situation. Watch out for the team fire, gentlemen. Now, this is where it's a little bit difficult. You're fighting directly in front of their spawn, so they're going to keep coming at you. These respawn timers are not particularly high, but it's still going to be detrimental to your team. As right now, Swarm, Red Ribbon Army, they only have 2 members alive. 3 members now with Chris Clips coming back in. Poseidon is going to pull back as well as Snowman. He's going to find himself back in another 2v2, taken out with the misroll.
And it looks like I'm going Gears is out to this lead. They're at 190 right now in terms of the point. I'm going Ninja, and they're moving on to the D hill as well. If they can cap this, it's surely going to be the end of this game, and they're going to get it. If they can just finish it off right here, they'll be up 7-1, and it looks like I'm going Gears is going to take this match over Red Ribbon Army. 7-1. Wow. Another domination in these series.
We're not going to say shutout, but it
was pretty close.
The gameplay was close, but the rounds man, I'm going Gears coming out on top with that 7-1 victory. You know, and that's something that we've been seeing today. We're seeing a trend. First match, we had 7-0. Second match, we had 7-1. Third match, we've got 7-1. We've yet to see these matches go the long yard, and that's what we want.
Yeah, so we see it early on. What do you think that is? Is that just they're warming up a little bit? Are they getting used to it? Because later on, it's not even close.
It could be a number of things. Some of these players, perhaps, it's just their first time playing, you know, in an environment like this. Their first time playing together. There's a lot of different variables.
Yeah, maybe a lucky shot here or there. You know,
potentially.
Some things, but I want to focus in that last match on I'm going Legend.
Absolutely.
Wow. How many kills at the end?
Visceral.
I think moving to the final round, he had 37, probably eclipsed.
In the 40s.
Yeah, in the 40s.
Mid-40s.
How often do you see that?
It happens, but that was certainly the most kills that we've seen today on the broadcast.
Yeah. So, Chris Clips as well, doing pretty well, but I'm Going Legend absolutely was able to win that race. Now moving on to the bracket right here, guys. As you can see, our quarterfinals are set. We have Teenagers taking on True Skill, who we saw earlier today. Team Anecdote is going to be taking on Raw Talent. I'm Going Gears, who we just saw win their match 7-1. It's going to be taking on We Gangsta. And then Hate on Crew, who we saw in our first match today, is going to be taking on Stressful.
All right. Now what are your predictions? Now we had some really good, some solid teams. True Skill, they proved me wrong. I ended up, my pick was Savage Entourage, but True Skills came out on top. They definitely proved me wrong. But you know what? We had so many tremendous plays that last match. Let's go and take a look at some of those replays.
Here we are on Snowman. And on that point right now, moving along, he gets the flank right there, able to get in right there on MVP, continues to just search for those kills on Red Ribbon Army, but hey, finds himself in a weird position right here.
And it's so dangerous because you have to keep in mind that your opponents are spawning right there, as we see that with MVP coming out, and it's going to force Snowman to pull back, and that's a wise move in that situation. Live to fight another day, if at all possible, but he kind of stood around a little bit, tried to engage, and ultimately he's going to tie up the time, which is going to allow his team to try to overextend. With a miss roll, unfortunately, all of it was for nothing in the end for him.
Yeah, but they were way behind, right?
Yeah, you saw him Going Gears doing really well with the rotations, and in escalation, it's about hill control, map control, rotations.
Yeah, so just a lot going on there. Fred was able to get in there as well. So, hey, I'm Going Gears, though. They were able to close that match out. They were really able to just, dominate their competition right there, winning that one 7-1 over Red Ribbon Army. But for right now, guys, let's move to another interview. Jess, what do you got for us?
Well, I've got an interview with I'm Going Ape, the team captain of Team I'm Going Gears. So as the casters pointed out, we have seen a lot. Well, our 3 matches so far have gone 7-0, 7-1, 7-1. Why do you think it is that all these matches so far have seemed so one-sided?
I mean, honestly, if I really thought about it, was that I felt like they really weren't working as a team. I think that they were a good team, but I feel like they had a few strong players that I think that they could have put in different locations on the map, and I think they would have had a little bit better success. I personally never been to a tournament before. I've been playing this game well as every single person on the team, been playing for well over 10 years. Just haven't made it, just for whatever reason. I just made it today with crutches, but in the long run, it was a good game, and honestly, I think that they were pretty good, and I don't think they should give up, to be honest. But that's what I think happened. I think what wound up happening was we had such a big lead, such a major advantage in the beginning, that I feel like they just kept their heads down. They should have just kept kind of going and taken certain parts of the, like the map that they really weren't going to, because they had some strong players. I was getting bodied. I got a shout out to my guy, I'm Going Legend. I've been playing with him since freaking Gears of War 2. This guy was a monster. I think he dropped like 45 kills. I didn't look at the rewind though, but I hear the commentators saying nothing but good things, so I know for a fact that he was doing work.
Great. Well, thanks so much for that answer. We're really glad that your crutches did not keep you from being here today and competing in our tournament. And for now, back to our casters.
What dedication there from I'm Going Ape, showing up on crutches and taking that match in dominating fashion.
Absolutely, and that just shows you the passion that this community has. Man, that was phenomenal.